Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Vinny Vizzle here, and today I'm bringing you a little bit of a different video because I'm not able to shred fully yet. I'm still working on the issues with my back. It's not healing as I expected, but we're still doing everything we can to get back on the board. And in the meantime, my missus has bought me a little present that I was not expecting. Let's check it out. So this is the package. It's a very small, tiny camera. Pretty curious what we're gonna find inside. Let's open this and see what we will get. I don't have the biggest expectations of this small camera. You can see it's the size of my thumb, and it's probably not gonna be the easiest to handle, but it's very peculiar, and it really sparked something inside me that I wanna go and shoot photos. Small screen, buttons on top. We do have some microphone and buttons on the side, a little ring to attach the camera to something. The lens is an HD f2.2mm f2.8. Pretty curious if it's gonna be worth something. We've got a memory card slot right here. We have a charge input and the memory card. Pretty hard to take out with one hand, but it's in there. Pretty surprising that we already have one in there. Probably not the best quality. You should replace it by something familiar. We even have a little chain to attach it. That's probably why we have the little rings on the ends. It looks like a pretty sturdy chain, and it should be attached to the rings on the camera, which are already in place. And there's another separate ring to close down the whole chain. Then instructions, we will find that on the back of the cardboard. Pretty simple, it works like the old GoPros. A few buttons with a few neat functions, and it actually should work as a camera. So let's go and test it. Hey yo, let's go. I've made it to the forest today for a little mission. I got this one new camera from the missus. Hope you can see it. It's a miniature camera. And it actually works. I showed you the unboxing already, and we're here in the forest with all the fall colors to test this little machine to see what it's worth. It has a 2.2mm lens and an f2.8 diaphragm. I just gave it a charge and it charges pretty fast, although the charge port on the bottom of the machine is a bit sketchy and you really have to fiddle it out to make sure that it's charging, but it works well if you find the good connection. It's already very small, so the battery won't last that long probably. It's also a bit cold, so let's see what kind of battery life we can expect from this and what quality of images we will get from this little miniature camera and sensor. It has a flash, a microphone, it even makes video, so let's give it a little test, see what this little machine can do. Turning it on, and we even have a little screen that shows us what's on there, but it's really tiny. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but we have our battery life. The flash is on because it's getting quite dark. We're already at sundown, but that will be good for color testing, and we can make about 98,000 pictures with this little thing on a memory card of, I think it's 32 gigabytes, and the SD card was included in this little machine. Let's just dive into this and give it a proper test. So ayo, let's go. There's a pretty neat photo spot right here. We have the castle in the background and a round table over there. So let's see what this little thing can do with all this light. Pretty curious, not expecting too much of the quality, but pretty curious on the images that it will produce. So there's actually no way at all to change any of these settings. So we're gonna have to run with what this gives us. It's all automatic, but it is just so tiny and so easy. It disappears in your pocket. You have a keychain. You have something to wear it around your neck as a jewelry, so people would not even notice that this would be a camera. It's so cool, such a cool gadget. And I hope you can understand me because the wind is really picking up. Let's go to another spot right along here that is really cool, and it's a bit darker. So let's see how it performs in low light. I'm only here for a couple of minutes, made a few pictures in the forest here. It is around 10 degrees and I've noticed I already lost 1 bar of the battery. That could be due to the cold, or it could be due to the tiny battery in this system. You cannot expect too much from these little machines, so I put it in my pocket where it's nice and warm, and I hope that I can save some battery because of that, because the sun is not all the way down yet and there's a little bit of clouds everywhere, so that should give us a lot of color in the sky in a few minutes. So let's look for a good spot to make some photographs of the sundown. I'm not sure I'm gonna find it because it seems to be all the way on the other side of the forest. So let's see if we can make it in time for a nice sundown pic. These are always the most beautiful moments to make some photographs in nature, because the fall colors really make it like a one big painting where you're walking in. And you always find new things, even in the different seasons. The forest always looks different. That's why I always like coming back to these spots to see what nature has brought. And this time it has brought some cows in the middle of the park. It's always the easiest way to maintain your grass. Instead of mowing it, put some animals onto it. Whoop. Let's go further. You can see the sun dropping on the edge of the forest there. Okay, I just found how to put off the flash, because I imagine that the flash of this little machine is taking up quite some current of that little battery. So to save some power, also that has gone down, and we'll save it until we see something where it has some use for. And I'm already getting closer to that sundown. You can see it in the background. Don't know if I better take the forest route or the open route, because it's looking good. That's where we need to be. I do notice that where the sun goes down, it's not the best view, because we have the houses in the background. The forest finishes here. So let's have a little peek if we can make a beautiful sundown picture. This will definitely test the quality of that miniature camera, because it's always hard to light out a sundown shot. And I hope that the clouds are not gonna spoil this one. Seems like it. Let's flip on the camera. That picture. Click. Let's look for a bit of a better angle and a bit of artsy-fartsy stuff before it's all gone. Let's see what we can do in the low light conditions, because with these kind of cameras there will definitely be some quality loss in low light photography. And I do want to test if this flash, because it's a little LED light, if it's actually going to do something when the sun is almost gone, because normally then you can make some really cool flash photography pictures, but with this kind of small light I doubt it will have any reach. You'll probably have to get very close to the subject. To follow this little camera for targets. just found me a perfect target for some low light photography with the flash. There's a big mushroom in this hole. So let's see if we can photograph that with the little flash in the hole. It's pretty dark in there. So let's see if that flash can handle such a limited light situation. I'm gonna photograph this. Let's see if we can make something out of it. Take one without a flash as well to compare. Ooh, that seems to be like an effect. Without the flash. So I just made a really cool discovery while playing with the little camera. If you push down on the down and up buttons, and you don't hold it for the flash, then you get some effects. And there's black and white mode, sepia mode, and this weird kind of ultrasonic light mode. So really cool to play around with if you're into experimental photography. You have that in that little machine as well. I think my little photo machine is almost end of life. We have 1 bar left of battery. Already close to the castle, and I saw some white ducks over there, maybe some goose. I don't know if those are the ones, but these are really cool in photography. So let's see if we can get a bit closer to them. We also have a cute little bridge here, and I really do hope that the machine still has battery enough to make at least 2 nice pictures out here. They are already onto me because of the little birds here. Everybody's running and fleeing. I probably won't be able to get a really cool picture, but let's give it a try. Flying birds, action. I don't know what this will do for action photography, but it's definitely not the best machine for that. Let's see if we can get some action. I hope that we could manage to take some action pictures. There were some flying ducks, and I'm really curious how it will do on the action stuff, because that's the main thing that I do, action photography. And I'm really curious to see how the movement, the motion blur, and all of that will look on those miniature photographs. Now, I still have this cute little scene here that we can do something with. Let's find an angle. I'm already losing quite some light, and it's getting a bit darker out here. So we do have some reflections. Don't know if we're still gonna be able to catch them, but this should be a cool spot to take a picture of that small bridge in the fall landscape. So let's do this. Just found me a few really cool specimens right on this tree, where we might be able to make some pictures of to finalize this session. That last bar of battery is seemingly lasting me the longest, so it's good that we made some extra pictures already, and this gives me the motivation to still stay here for a while, because I just made some flash photography pictures of those mushrooms, and it's really cool if you can do so with making those spores visible underneath. So I'm pretty curious and stoked now how that will look, and I'll just have a little peek because I'm having fun, and that's what this experience is about. It's not really to make the picture perfect photo, it's more about just having fun while doing photography, because I lost that a little bit because of being so busy all the time. And with this little machine, it really sparked a little sensation to go and explore again. So let's also do that. And now they have this. I would have loved to have one of those when I was little. So much fun to cruise around and explore with different things. One has a bike, I have my little photo machine. Just found me a little artsy-fartsy angle of the pond. Maybe try a picture through one of these holes to see if that's cool, because we have the little house right there, which looks really cool. I'm actually pretty darn impressed by the capability. Now shows low battery. Hope you can see it. It's dead after about half an hour to 45 minutes of walking around making some cool pictures. It was really fun. It really, even if you want to burst, you can do some really fast actions with the little machine. And overall, really pleased to have that. It's something that fits into your inner pocket. You can just throw it in there. You always have it available, and it gives you those memories. A good picture is a good picture, no matter from what machine it comes. And on that note, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next one. Bam!